So this is Marrakesh. I mean, for those who have not been to the destination yet. So the way we see it, and we are really convinced about it, is that it's so much more than just a simple trip or a reward. It's rather about a journey that ignites emotion by creating experiences that are memorable and meaningful. It's also about connection. So it forges connections between the participants, but also with the destination itself, because it has so much to offer from various perspectives. And most importantly, it adds a sense of purpose, aligning with deeper values such as collective growth, sustainability, well-being, and so on. So this philosophy is really at the heart of every single incentive program that we design, turning travel into not a simple experience, but rather a true catalyst of inspiration and engagements. So what we have done here on this slide, we have prepared a grid just to show you how much Marrakesh ticks so many boxes in terms of your expectations and requirements. So they are in no specific order, although we try to have them in something that makes sense. So safety is really important. So I can assure you that Marrakesh is a very safe destination with an ancient tradition of hospitality. So people feel secure and very welcome by some of the friendliest people in the world. So it's only a maximum of 4 hours flights. For us, we present ourselves as a high-end DMC. It's a boutique DMC, but with great customer service and outstanding operating standards, along with the multilingual staff. So English is such an important and universal language, but also we have staff and we have freelancers and fully licensed German-speaking guides. So we know that the language is also of paramount importance to you. Would you mind if we go back? Sorry, Sabrina. So this is about the safety and the smooth logistics, rely on our expertise and all our connections and our many years of experience on the market. Authentic but premium. So this is a great and nice contrast in Marrakesh. So we offer authentic experiences, but also with a nice blend of premium aspects. So this is something that can easily be experienced through those riads. The riads are those boutique hotels, courtyard houses. So riads are traditional Moroccan homes built in such a grand style around the courtyard with a fountain or garden or even both. And while many of these riads are still private homes, others have been converted into magnificent accommodation properties that can be taken over exclusively or first-class restaurants. I mean, this is for the riads, but you also have desert lodges and retreats. You have beautiful palaces with great history, and all these options are intimate, upscale, but also with great value. Sustainable with local impact. So today, it's also about consciousness. So because travelers, they seek experiences that are meaningful, respectful, responsible. So that's why we really encourage encounters with local artisans, with women-led initiative and community-run workshops, because they empower while they preserve also tradition and culture. Low impact activities in line with our sustainability. So low impact activities range from guided hikes in the Atlas Mountains through to farm to table cooking experiences, because each moment is really thoughtfully crafted and created to minimize footprints, but also maximize value. In line with sustainability, you also have eco luxury camps. So these are designed in harmony with nature. So they are really nice retreats that are elegant and that offer such a nice blend of authenticity with refined living. Wow moments, yes, the destination definitely offers such a great and real wow factor with strong motivational appeal, both in the city itself with its great palaces, secret gardens, hidden places, but also out of the town with the region of the High Atlas Mountains and the Agafay Rock deserts. Then when we talk about something new, I mean, we promote it as Marrakesch 2.0 because it's something completely beyond the cliche and the perception some people have of the destination. Because Marrakesh is evolving, it's really booming. It's no longer defined by surface level stereotypes, but it offers a new dimension of unbelievable and incredible experiences that blend culture with refined sophistication. So this is an invitation to move beyond those cliches that have been in our mind for a long time, but Marrakesh has been expanding, I mean, to the best that it has to offer. So it's also an invitation to discover the destination through created meaningful encounters, community projects, and also stories that last long after the journey ends. So Marrakesh 2.0 is not just a destination, it's rather one that sparks curiosity, emotion, connection, interaction with the locals, and so on. And it also offers a great sense of and profound sense of the place. So if we move to the next slide, so why Marrakesh? Of course, Marrakesh, I mean, it's, as I said, is within less than 4 hours flights from Germany and most Europe. So it's a long haul destination that offers, it's a short haul destination that offers a long haul feel and experience, because within just a few hours flights, you have the opportunity to experience another way of living, another exotism. I mean, something totally different, especially for you who have already exhausted most of or all the European destinations. So for us, it's still a European flying time, but with something totally different and exotic. So we have a beautiful weather almost all year round. So this is something that is really, it's add to the excitement. So whether daytime or the evening, most of the year is just pleasant, splendid, and nice. With the exception, I would say, for example, now July and August, there is an extreme heat, but it's such a nice, dry and healthy heat. It's not humid, which makes it such a big difference. So as much as the days are hot and warm, during the evening, you can easily be outside on a terrace or in a garden and rely on open air spaces. Modular programs, because that mix and match Marrakesh, because again, it has so much to offer both in the city, whether it's the modern part of the city or the old Medina, but also in the Agafay Rock deserts and the majestic High Atlas Mountains that are only about 1 hour drive from the city if you use the direct road. Then you have sustainability and story. So today, it's about consciousness, as I said before. So people are looking really to integrate that sustainability aspect within the program. So it's not just a simple add-on. No, definitely not. It's something that is woven into as many aspects of our programs as possible, in line with your requirements and expectations. So it's something that we do on purpose. It's sustainability done with purpose again, enriching both the guests' enjoyments, but also the local communities. It still offers also a unique value proposition. So it's still cost effective for what you get in terms of exclusive and premium experiences. In consideration of the wide delight that it has to offer, whether it's culture, emotion, adventure, and so on. So this is another plus and another unique selling point. So Marrakesh, the unexpected MICE destination. So if we move forward, this is something that starts even from the accommodation options that the destination has to offer, and that's we keep working on really hard. So in Marrakesh, the accommodations are not just places to sleep, but they each offer, great experiences, because each setting offers a story to tell. It offers, a unique experience. And when it comes to accommodation, you have a nice blend of different categories. Like here we talk about the private Riad buyouts. The Riads are those courtyard houses I talked about earlier. So these can be taken over exclusively because they are from a few rooms to more than 100 bedrooms. So something we are really keen on is that whenever we receive a brief from you, we do everything possible to provide you with options that can be taken over exclusively, because we know that will definitely add to the impact of the program and the experience. And then you have those 5-star hideaways, so whether they are resorts or boutique hotels. And again, you have choice between those global hotel chains or more charming independent properties that still offers all the facilities, the comfort and even luxury that you would expect. Again, we move to so these are samples of the Riads we talked about earlier. What they have in common is that, if we could go back, what they have in common is that that's central courtyard. Some of them have been converted into a large outdoor swimming pool, just to give you the best chance to enjoy the beautiful weather we have almost all year round. Others have beautiful terraces with fantastic views over the Medina. So even vegetation-wise, you have, some nice gardens and plants inside. And again, you are really in the hustle and bustle of the city, but once you are inside, it's just so peaceful and serene. So it's a great contrast, and it's really the kind of experience that you cannot find in many places in the world. Now, then a boutique meeting. So when we talked about accommodation, you always have, or most of the time, you have also some work element that has to be, or that can be integrated into the program. So instead of having a boardroom in a standard hotels, like any meeting space that you can find in other places in the world, so we prefer to focus and concentrate on something really special, unique, and different. So we can easily have meetings in some iconic spaces. We can have it on a rooftop of a beautiful Riad in the Medina. We can also have it in a small, in a secret garden, but that offers also some indoor spaces. So if we'd like to have kind of meeting day, instead of having it to having it in the in your hotel, I would rather recommend that we create a creative offsite meeting property. Taking the group to a small Riad and a chic Riad in the Medina without having a long drive from your accommodation property. So we can have kind of welcome coffee there with light breakfast, have your strategy session over there. You can even meet with a private chef, for a culinary experience, just to learn more about the Moroccan culture, the Moroccan spices, flavors, and so on. To offer a good balance with working hard in the morning, it's something that can be also enhanced by the addition of an afternoon relaxation, hammam, and spa, either in that same Riad or somewhere else within short walking distance. And then the culminating points will be rooftop cocktails at sunsets before going back to the hotel, for example, to freshen up and prepare for the evening ahead. So this is in line with our creativity and to offer something different. Cultural networking events, so these can be held again in a secret garden like the one you have here on the picture. It's called the Secret Garden because it's really in the hustle and bustle of the city, but it's such a great oasis of tranquility that you can take advantage of. So one of the nicknames actually of Marrakesh is the Garden City. So wherever you go, something we are really keen on is to preserve and create green spaces. So networking events can also take place in one of those beautiful, 19th century palaces or even older, something that can be combined with the sound and light show, recounting the Moroccan history. You can also have rooftop jazz and fusion concerts with the Moroccan fusion tapas in the Medina as well. We can also arrange for a kind of meeting and workshop with a female entrepreneur or artist, just, to inspire dialogue across cultures, to interact with the locals, and to learn even more about what Morocco has to offer. And then incentive that tell a story, is also about what can be done in the city. The photo we have over there is of the world-renowned UNESCO heritage site of the Jemaa Square. So instead of going there and the souks in a classic and standard way, we suggest that we combine it with a kind of scavenger hunts based around the 5 senses. And it's something that can even be enhanced by the addition of a bartering challenge, just to add to the experience. So the group can be split into smaller groups. So even if we have a large group, we never consider them as one large group, but we split them into smaller groups right from the hotel. So each group with a fully licensed German-speaking guide with their dedicated transportation and so on. And here, they interact with the locals. They see the Moroccan way of living at its most simple. And we combine this with, different activities. We can even have Moroccan cooking class, as I said, reinventing, a classic dish. It's something that can even start with buying the ingredients of that cooking class. We also have hands-on workshops, whether they are wood turning or mosaics or calligraphy or perfumery. And as one of the activities, we can also ask the group to create a great pattern from those tile mosaics, something that reflects their philosophy within the company or the way they see things or how they see their collective growth and so on. And all these just using those small tile mosaics and Moroccan materials. So it's like a puzzle that will unify them, that will unite them by working in groups. Then we move to the evening to remember. So Marrakesh has so much to offer, from those beautiful palaces in the Medina through rooftop feasts with fantastic views to unusual and bespoke experiences built from scratch, especially for your events. So that's why, here we have the beautiful palaces in the Medina with their terraces that can be used for pre-dinner drinks or open-air courtyard for pre-dinner drinks before moving to the adjacent dining rooms. Rooftop feasts, again, through the alleyways and the back streets of the Medina, because even the access is a part of the experience, because people will be walking through the narrow streets and the alleyways, and they have no clue on what is waiting for them. But once the doors open, once they have gained admittance, that's when you have that wow factor that is really guaranteed. And the Palm Grove is like the photo here. It's like an oasis, very much in the middle of nowhere, like 1,001 night feast, something that people will never experience or do if they come to Marrakesh on their own or on a holiday. Then, other options for evening to remember. That's why whenever we plan events or we do a site inspections, normally, we have the average program duration is 3 to 4 nights, and we always offer you with even much more than what you need. So we make life difficult for you, but in a nice way, by offering you such a wide range of choice. So we talked about those secret garden venues for elegant dinners. That would be also a great option. And also, sometimes when you ask people about their perception of the destinations, they don't really realize how chic, how cosmopolitan, how multifaceted Marrakesh is. So it would be really good to show that side of the destination to your guests. So if we do one evening, let's say in a beautiful palace, we do another one on a roof terrace, we do a third one in the palm grove in the middle of nowhere, or in a secret garden. One of them will be also trendy, so that they can experience something different in terms of design, of food, of ambience, atmosphere, entertainment, and so on. And then we have those grand heritage event spaces whether they are kasbahs, I mean fortresses, where there are castles, whether they are like 16th century sugar refinery that has been converted into a magnificent place for private receptions, gala dinners, and so on. Or we also have that last photo, which is a beautiful rose garden, slightly on the outskirts of Marrakesh, but with a great mix of indoor and outdoor areas. So these venues are really not the places you go to and you are stuck in the same space from start to finish. No, there is always transition. There is always something new and different. So enhance the journey, activities to mix and match. So here again, there is such a large variety of activities you can let your guests enjoy, whether as groups or as optional activities. Because what I would suggest is that everything that is really a must see, like the souks, like the Jamal Fna Square, these are must experience options. Going to the Atlas Mountains, the Agafay Rock Deserts are things not to be missed. And then you have the option to give people, different choices for their optional activities, so that you get them really involved in their own program, whether they are interested in wellness or much more into crafts and culture, or something like cooking experiences and culinary experiences, or something much more into adventure, like hot air ballooning, quad biking, buggies, e-biking, helicopters, tours, sidecars, and so on. So whatever you are looking for, we have it, and more. So again, to enhance the program, it's something that can also be combined with CSR activities. This is also something we focus on, because we know that it gives such great impacts, and it enhances both the guests and the local community enjoyments. So we talked about low impact transport. We can also provide the local community with their needs. So we liaise with them so that we can also help them face and win their daily core challenges. So that's why, it's something we are really keen on incorporating as much as possible. So beyond Marrakesh is anything that is really outside the city. So, and here, I can show you two things. So the Atlas Mountains, as I said, are not too far from Marrakesh, but the way we do it is that we do a mix of on-road and off-road to get there, which will take a couple of hours, including some stops en route. And then after lunch, we just use the direct road. To make sure we do it like a loop, and to ensure that no road will be done more than twice. So here, some of the highlights we can do. We do private transfers to high altitude retreats, like the one you have here on the photo. This one is slightly more than 1 hour drive from Marrakesh, and it's about 1,800 meters above sea level, with fantastic views over the Atlas Mountains, including the highest peak in North Africa, which is more than 4,000 meters high. You can also, combine this with home-hosted comfort and minty stop en route. You can have a morning workshop on an open terrace with fantastic views of the Atlas Mountains. You can enjoy a trek, with local guides to waterfalls and Berber houses. You can also enjoy an organic lunch at a women cooperative using local produce, or enjoy a farm-to-table culinary experience. So these are just some of the options that can be done. You can also do a picnic chic lunch, either in the middle of nowhere or in a beautiful oasis in the middle of nowhere in a remote village. You can enjoy, the visit but an interactive one, to a glass workshop with local artisans showing this great ancestral arts with glass blowing and so on. And another option would also be a bespoke lunch in the middle of nowhere with fantastic views. So you can either use those pre-established and permanent structures in the Atlas Mountains or have something specially set up for you. Something we are really keen on is that we don't do it really in a boring way. That's why you have so many inclusions that can easily be integrated into a day or even a 3/4 day program. So those surprise enhancements and encounters, they add really to the impact of the program. That's why, I mean, the photos that you have here are from an event that we did just a couple of months ago. So we managed for our convoy of jeeps to get stopped by a shepherd and his flock of sheep and goats, I mean, seemingly blocking the trail. So the scene felt really tense and authentic. I mean, as because the locals, they appeared to argue as guests stepped out of the vehicle, unsure of what was going on. So just as curiosity peaked and increased, the shepherd took off his jellaba and revealing his t-shirt with the company logo, you know. So the entire moment was staged as an immersive surprise designed to delight. And then as laughter set in, guests were invited to walk further a little bit so that they discover a hidden bespoke tented refreshment and comfort stop that you can see here. That was set up against the hills with a striking stone branding that you can see here from a distance, top 5. So these were really strong moments because, I mean, that's surprise encounter and stop with the shepherd and his flock of sheep. That scenario that was really staged and specially prepared for the group. It was a mix of concern and love and refreshment and something that was really designed especially for them. So they were raving about it for such a long time, and that's what we try to create, some wonderful memories, some fond memories that will stay with them forever. So even when they come back, so they still love about it and so on. Then you have the Agafay Desert. So again, it's the same. Agafay is not too far from Marrakesh, to the point that we can combine both the Atlas Mountains and the Agafay Rock Deserts on one day, or just a 3/4 day. As you can see, it's only 45 minutes from Marrakesh. But again, it's good that we do it with a mix of on-road and off-road to get there and just use the direct road on the way back. So this is just a sample 24 hours retreats. So you arrive, for example, in a desert luxury camp. You have your welcome tea. You can even have a tented session over there with lanterns and digital screens. You can also enjoy your gourmet dinner under the stars, and the whole experience will be exclusive to you. So everything can be amended, enhanced in any way that you desire, even in terms of greeting entertainment. You can have some live music, you can have some stargazing, you can have some storytelling, you can have fortune tellers, far eaters and jugglers, or you can have it completely peaceful, serene with meditation and so on. And even next morning, if we turn the page or to the next slide, you can start the day really bright with the sunrise meditation or yoga. You can have a great outdoor leadership session, taking advantage of the beautiful outdoor spaces that leverages the wide and great setting of the sites. Can we go to the next slide, Sabrina, please? And again, it's something that can also, sorry, I mean, we go back, sorry. Yeah, we are still here. So it's something that can easily be combined with other activities like, I mean, e-biking, biking, buggies, and so on. And then we turn to Marrakesh, I mean, in early afternoon after having had such great bespoke tented barbecue lunch. You have photos of here with a nice setup that was done especially for the group. No. And then you have, I mean, the culminating point is when you spend the night under the stars in the Agafay Rock Desert. So ideally, with a 3-night program, you do 1 night camping or even glamping that you can do at the beginning of the program or at the end, if you would like to keep it till the last night, and then 2 nights in Marrakesh. And that offers such a great combination of the city itself, but also out of the town with the Atlas Mountains and the Agafay Rock Deserts. It's a mix of adventure, but also experiencing the traditional, the authentic Marrakesh, and even the glamorous Marrakesh by doing those trendy and atmospheric places. And again, those beautiful campsites can be taken over exclusively depending on your group size, because we have different layouts and different sizes. So something we are really keen on is that we offer you, depending on how many rooms or tents you need, we offer you with exclusive camps. So there are no restrictions in terms of timings, brandings, and so on. So it's the destination itself. I mean, without counting the other components of the program. Would you mind if we go back just very quickly, Sabrina? No, we go back. Yeah, I mean, just talking about the desert night in style, because this is about what we call here, I mean, a blend of raw nature and refined elegance. Because, you know, raw luxury is a concept that blends 2 ideas when you say raw luxury. So 2 ideas that at first seem opposites, but having a mix of both offers such a lovely experience, because raw evokes something that is really natural, unrefined, organic, earthy, and then luxury evokes high quality, exclusivity, sophistication, and so on. So put together, low luxury generally refers to a style or an experience that combines both. So it's often associated with authentic experiences, but that are exclusive, yet simple, but with beautiful imperfections that adds to the experience and give character and depth. So it's about luxury that feels effortless, that feels grounded, and that is really close to nature rather than opulence and those overly polished things. So, I mean, those beautiful campsites and the retreats are really designed this way, which is really great. Then we move to probably sustainability. Yeah, sustainability is now a MICE, I mean, standard that has to be incorporated and woven into our programs. And this is something that we do liaising with the local communities. I mean, by listening to them, we have a sound understanding of their requirements and what they need and their core challenges and so on. So that's why we have set up 4 main pillars that we focus on. One of them is based around water. So we can provide the local community with the hydraulic wells that provide the local community with drinking water. Infrastructure, because I mean, again, we focus on the isolated villages in the Atlas Mountains, I mean, to improve their access, I mean, to the different areas of really help to them. Then we have the social economic life. So that's why we place great importance on women, I mean, on their cooperatives, on their workshops, on their income generating activities, again, in line with the local handicrafts and so on, whether they are organoid cooperatives or carpet weaving cooperatives and so on. And education, I mean, again, with those country schools that we can easily decorate or, I mean, sponsor, I mean, by adding some climbing frame to the delights of the local children and so on. So this is, I mean, about those emotions and connections we talked about, and that we integrate into the program to give it that great dimension we are all looking for, rather than just a simple trip or a simple travel. So success story. So this is just, an idea on a program that we operated, just to give you, on an idea on how the program would look like. So it's based on a 3-day program. Day one, they arrived. Arrival at the airport is also of great importance to us. It's the first impression, so it has to be right. So that's why we do that with some nice touches like rose-scented towels. Your guests can also be fast-tracked. They can be met airside. They can be fast-tracked through immigrations, customs, provided with luggage collection, and so on. And then we took them to a beautiful rose garden, just 15 minutes of drive from the airport, so that they can chill out, they can enjoy the pool, they can enjoy the spa, and they recover from a morning flight, for example. So over there, they can have a brunch, they can have lunch before we embark on a jeep safari to the foothills of the Atlas Mountains and the Agafay Rock Deserts. It's something that is enhanced by quad biking, because we wanted to, every time we change means of transportation, after every half an hour or 45 minutes, there's something really nice and exciting is waiting for them. That's we did those quad biking. You can also have surprise coming encounter to take them to the next destination, which is their exclusive campsites. Over there, it was a beautiful evening under the stars with entertainments and so on. Then day 2 in the morning, unless they have done a surprise camel encounter the day before, they can enjoy a camel ride. They can also have a home-hosted comfort and minty stop in a Berber house, along with argan oil demonstration. They had a picnic chic lunch in a beautiful oasis of centuries old olive trees. And then in the afternoon, we drove them to Marrakesch, where they enjoyed a dinner in the evening in a beautiful palace. And before that, they enjoyed a walking discovery tour of the famous UNESCO heritage site of the Jamal Square. And when they went to that beautiful palace, they had, rooftop cocktails before they moved to the dining area on the ground floor in the open air courtyard. Then day 3, on the next slide, day 3, they had a sunrise hot air ballooning experience over the palm grove and the surrounding countryside. And after that, they enjoyed, vintage sidecars in the Medina of Marrakesh, with lunch in a beautiful place in the Medina as well. And the afternoon was devoted and dedicated to optional activities to make sure that everyone was involved in the program by choosing their own optional activities in line with their preferences and so on. So in the evening, as much as the day before was traditional in that beautiful palace in the Medina, something we really wanted to do is to show them the glamorous side of Marrakesh by taking them to a beautiful and trendy places as a contrast to the night before. And day 4, they just had a relaxing morning and breakfast, and we took them to the airport. So this is just a little taste of what they had. So we wanted to share that success story with us. The feedback was great, because they said that the score achieved was 9.6 out of 10, which is the highest they have ever had. So every time we did a program, they said the bar has been placed really high, and it's not that easy for them to come up with something as exciting, fascinating, and powerful as what we do for them. And that's why, as you can see here, the CEO, he said it's the most memorable offsite ever. And that's what makes it really worthwhile and rewarding. So, you see that it does pay off. So rethink MICE with Marrakesh, because, as we said, it's about meaning, memory, movements, fond memories, and so on. Because imagine an experience that doesn't just tick the boxes of an itinerary or incentive brief, but it stirs something really deeper within you. That's why we talked about emotions. Whether it's a sunset dinner in the Agafay Rock Desert, or it's a private encounter with a local artisan, or it's a beautiful and memorable evening in a beautiful palace. We talked about connections. When guests return home, they are not just as teammates, but as friends bound by shared memories and strong moments and emotions. And beyond all that is a journey with purpose, one that sparks local supporting the local community, or respecting the environment and promoting values that matter most. So that's what we mean by our way of working and the way we design and we deliver our programs. So it's about designing moments that linger long after the bags are unpacked, moments that inspire, unite, and transform. Yeah, so this is Marrakesh. I mean, with its great 360 degrees incentive experiences that have so much to offer just within easy reach of Germany and most of Europe. So just trust us. Not only you won't be disappointed, but you are going to love it and you will be amazed. So just very quickly, I'm going to give you just a short idea on our credentials and what we do, because we are a full service destination management company founded in 1999, so about 26 years ago. So we have a great in-depth knowledge of the country and the destination. So that's helped us really be creative and tailor-made solutions and ideas and concepts and programs. We are highly selective in the choice of our suppliers and extremely demanding for top quality services. That's why we procure them against serious and severe criteria to make sure they are fit for purpose and they comply with your operating standards and high expectations. We also enjoy a proven track records operating programs from the largest to the small upscale gatherings. We also have a great loyal customer database we are really proud of. So that's why, I mean, most of our clients, or even all of them, have now become close friends because of the strong moments of joy, achievement, challenges that we share together. So that what does make us get even closer to each other. So we also focus on things that really matter to you. So we take seriously your brief, your expectations, your requirements, whatever you ask for. We are here to get it really tailor-made to your specific DNA. And we also have our operating standards we are really keen on, and we pay attention to the small details. And that's what helps us stand out from the competition. We also enjoy a strong partnership with local authorities, with stakeholders, with our selected suppliers, and all this help us deliver really meticulous program and flawless experiences, because those authorities, they help us go that extra mile with you and open doors that cannot easily be open for other people. So continuous investments, because I mean, here again, as a DMC, we maintain constant inspection, ongoing research for new venues, new ideas, new concepts, new products. We do everything possible to improve our performances and our skills as well, to make sure we are up to your high expectations. And last but not least, we have great team. I'm really proud of, because I mean, we are a people company. We are fun to work with. I mean, with dedication, determination, and with a great customer service that we always do with a smile. So yeah, so actions speak much louder than just simple words. So hopefully you give us the opportunity to work with you closely, and then you will experience everything firsthand, and you will judge our performance and the success of programs and the great impact that it has on you and on your guests. You will judge it yourself.